Hello. I see three of you here. So I'm gonna wait for a second. I told you I told you guys I'd give you like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna wait for a few minutes and then I'm gonna get me some drink of water. So you sit tight. I'm gonna be here. So just hold on, okay? Now while we hold it on, thank you so much for tuning into the Everything channel. My name is Story Devereaux. If you're meeting me for the very, very first time, this is my new Everything channel. That's really what it means. It's my new Everything channel. So pretty much what you're going to find here is some of everything Black, all things Black, meaning Black empowerment, Black beauty, Black love, Black enlightenment, Black entertainment, Black everything, because that's what it's all about for me. And I want to make sure that whatever we give you or whatever I give you here, whatever we create here, that you expect nothing from it, but take from it everything that you can. You dig what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you got, you need something, that's where you can find it here. And you're going to always get the truth. So I don't want to wait too much longer because I want to go ahead and start. Because first of all, the reason I picked these topics we're about to talk about right now is because a lot of people asked me, what do you think about Colin Kaepernick and Nike, Botham Jean and Officer Guyger, Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka, and just a number of things. First, I want to start with the oldest thing, which is Colin Kaepernick and Nike. I made a post on Facebook, and it was a Black background with white writing, and it said, "It's just marketing." And I think when I said that, people took it to mean something else, when in fact, it really meant exactly what it said. It's just marketing. That does not negate my compassion, my voice as it relates to Black lives. That is not it at all. What I'm saying, that as a music major and business marketing minor, that is a great marketing strategy. I look at the colors. I'm looking at the color black and white. That in itself was brilliant. Leading with Colin Kaepernick, there was a number of images that was actually floating around. So they're, leading with Colin Kaepernick and making sure that that campaign was exactly what they intended to say without actually saying it. I applaud that. But I want that to be understood that it is marketing. It's just marketing. I think what bothered me a little bit about it was that if we're looking to, it's really about securing the Black dollar. It's always been about securing the Black dollar. We have to know that Black business, Black enterprise, Black dollar is it's everything. It's the biggest and the most solid buying power in this country. So it is imperative that a lot of big organizations like Nike or anybody like Nike cater to that specific, those specific causes for that specific group of people, because they have to sell shoes. That's not something you don't know about. That's not something that's not something that doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense. So it doesn't mean that I don't support the groove. I totally support the groove. I totally support the movement. But what I do know without a shadow of a doubt, that it is marketing. It's marketing. It's a great marketing. I mean, I looked at when crazy ass white folks are starting to burn their shoes. They put out some kind of billboard or a meme that talked about how to properly burn our things. That was brilliant. As a marketing person, I love that shit. I laughed. Now, I will tell you this. I straight went silent on the internet because it was information overload. I don't know who the fuck was in retrograde. I don't know what was going on, but it seemed like everything was happening, and it was happening on the weekend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which started way back with Omarosa, but then it matriculated all the way down. So it was information fucking overload. Then we got shoes flying through the Harper's Bazaar and New York Fashion Week. You got shoes over here. You got all kinds of craziness. Sometimes you have got to tune that shit out because it will consume your entire day. And as a person who you guys always love for me to tell you what I'm thinking, I'm always reading the headlines. I'm always reading something that you can't help but to read it, because if you're online, you're going to see it. You dig what I'm saying? But most times people love my point of view. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's so important that I give you my point of view, that you know without a shadow of a doubt, this is what I'm really thinking. I appreciate the support, but I'm going to let you know what I'm thinking for real. If you really want to know, I'm going to tell you. But at the same time, that's how I feel about Colin Kaepernick and Nike. I support the movement. I think it's brilliant. I think it's wonderful. And if you are actually listening right now, because I think you are, I think I'm going to say hello. It's actually a little chat thing on the side. So feel free to say things or comment things. I'm not here by myself. We are in this interchanging and exchanging together. So make sure you talk to me because I want to talk to you. But at the same time, the next subject, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I think what disappointed me most about that was I'm not much of a fan of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. That's true. I'm not saying that they're not who they are. I don't listen to rap like that. So I feel like that entire scenario was just, it was over the top. Because here you have two very influential women of color in the entertainment industry. And there's so many rumors surrounding whether or not Nicki Minaj baited her, whether she, egged this on, whatever it was. She insists this was a big to do. This was something that was perpetuated. So with that, it just became over the top. It became over the top. The throwing out of shoes. And I think what disappointed me most about that was because it was here's two influential women who are in entertainment, who can make moves, who have made moves, who can really be role models, carrying on, cussing and screaming. And I think that pisses me off because you do that shit in front of all these white people. That's the shit that pisses me off right there. Because here it is, TMZ breaks the story, right? I'm reading the article. And you look up under the bottom of the article, you see all these insane racist comments. You could take a nigga out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the nigga. LeBron James should have brought them some laundry detergent soap so they could do whatever. And then one guy chimed in and said, well, they first got to learn how to do this. It was unbelievable. And I'm not suggesting that because these women were acting the way that they were acting, that they deserve that type of criticism. But I will say that a lot of times they be waiting for us to fuck up. They wait for us to slip up because they looking for something to say. I am always about my people. I am always about my people all the time, all the time. So therefore, I'm always looking for ways that we can think differently and do different. I think that Cardi B was definitely baited. No doubt about it. Cardi B was definitely baited. No freaking doubt about it. You could tell just from the timeline of their whole little situation. Girlfriend was baited. And then you're talking about somebody's kids and all this other stupid ass shit. That's not music. Okay? That's not music. Let me tell you something. That's music. That right there. That's music. And I'm not suggesting that rap music isn't. It is. But if you are out here, if you're an artist and you are not reflecting the times, then something is wrong. I'm sorry. Say what you want to say about it. You can feel whatever way you want to feel about what I'm saying. If you are not reflecting the times, you got to inspire people with music. That's why music is a gift. Music is not just something. It's not just an easy way out the ghetto. It's not an easy way to fix your problems. Being a musician and everything that surrounds music comes with fucking responsibility, period. Because you are now a speaker. And as a speaker, your words are translating across the masses. When you're talking about these individuals who have 2 million followers, 3 million followers, 4 million followers. We're talking about small ass cities, okay, of people that look to this individual for their music, for their feedback, for everything. So naturally, they're going, you have to give them something. Now, I'm not suggesting that everything's got to be fight the power, keep the peace, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is be an artist. That's what Nina Simone said. I think that is most poignant more now than ever before, because here we are in such a situation on the planet as Black people that shit's fucked up. That's not a lie. When you got girls out here at the Harper's Bazaar throwing shoes at each other, girl bye. Girl, bye. I ain't never seen, I remember seeing the, what was it, the Source Awards, they had fights on there. The Vibe Awards had a whole lot of fights. So I can't say that I've never not seen a fight happen in the hip hop community, but I don't think I've ever seen two women come to blows, or actually, but you had Nicki Minaj in the corner. That baby was scared, honey. She was scared. I was like, Lord, don't hurt that girl. Don't pull her hair, because it's real long and it's heavy. The one move, her ass is on the ground, and Cardi B was gonna come on her like a fucking spider monkey, and it was just gonna be fucked up. Nobody wanted to see that. That's the truth. And as two influential women of color, we do not want to see that. Sometimes I think with the public is okay if they can read it and they kind of egg something on. But I am not going to be one of those Black women sitting here saying, yes, girl, you should go beat her ass. Beat her ass. That's not me. That's not me, because I don't believe that violence is the way to resolve a whole lot of things. And don't get me wrong, it's been a many a day that I want to slap somebody. But I'm not saying that I've done it. Sometimes you got to learn how to walk away from things. Sometimes you got to learn how to shut your mouth. Sometimes you have to learn how to just let go. And sometimes you can't. Some people can't. Some people can have you in such a state. I think with this situation with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, I think homegirl was in such a situation. Cardi B was so pissed off at Nicki Minaj that she was finna beat her ass. And this is jeopardizing everything. She ripped up that gown she had on, which of course was given to her by whomever the creator was to kind of flaunt through that event and where she had some appearances in that gown. Honey, the baby came out there with a knot about the size of the Rock of Gibraltar on her damn forehead. Shit was wrong. I'm serious. It was dead ass wrong. That was, you know what? Frankie, I am so with you. I have got to say that was all about the whole thing with Nicki Minaj. That was nothing but a bait. She baited that girl into that shit, because here's the groove. Nicki Minaj's album sales wasn't up, y'all. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's spill tea. We want to talk business. Let's talk about the music industry, since everybody wanted to talk about it. You dig what I'm saying? First of all, those albums wasn't selling. But let's be real. What albums are really selling these days anyway? Everything is on your damn cell phone. People ain't around here buying albums like they used to. They buy them still, but not in the quantities that they used to. You dig? So that was one move. The second move was homegirl came with the whole Dundada, and then Nicki Minaj felt some kind of way on the radio show. I don't know if y'all remember that, but she was on a radio show, and I saw it with my own two eyes, girl. She was on a radio show crying because she felt like Cardi B was supposed to give her more respect than that. And see, Nicki Minaj is already pissed off because she felt like, yes, bitch, I know you are this, but I don't want you to take my spot. So at the same time, you should have showed me some respect. First of all, Nicki Minaj, you are 2.5 fucking years old in the business. You ain't that old in it for you to be like, oh, this is what you deserve. No. The interesting thing about me is these different types of personalities that you find in the music industry, a lot of people don't have people skills. They don't know how to talk to folks. They don't know how to rap with people. They don't know how to really get down nitty and gritty. You know what I'm saying? So no, she wasn't going to, she wasn't going to have that. She wasn't going to have that. So I'm with Frankie. She was intimidated by that baby. When Cardi B came at her, she came at her with the strength of 10,000 men. She was going to strike down upon thee with great vengeance, bitch. I'm telling you, if they had let that girl go, she was going to pop that ass, and that's real. But at the same time, you got to chill, Cardi. You got to chill, mama. You got to chill. See, and again, that comes from being brought into the industry and ill prepared. She had to know that baby was baiting her. She had to know that. Say something about my child. See, again, I don't condone fight. Now, whatever you want to do in the street, don't fuck up your bag. Don't be out there with the nice red floral fluffy gown sashaying through the Harper's Bazaar. Girl, you don't fucking do that. You just don't. So that's my view on Nicki and Cardi. Now, I'm going to say this one thing about Faith and Mary, because the blogs were talking about it, because it was this hidden rumor that they were actually into it at Puffy's party in the Hamptons or some craziness. And I remember seeing it because I was like, what is it, like fight a bitch night? Because everybody is fighting. I don't care where it was. Everybody was fighting. They was fighting every damn where. So I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what I think about that. That's what I think about that. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And something happened. Now, we don't know what it is, but it was something. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka. I've been wanting to talk about this. I'm going to save The Officer and Botham Jean for the last, because that's where I'm going to go in. Because I got to put that down there. Now, first of all, before I start, let me read what y'all saying. Frankie Parker says, if Cardi keeps on minding that her freshman project was way better than Nicki's, ma'am, her freshman project was way better than Nicki Minaj's project. And we're not just talking about from a what we hear as artists. Oh, no, see. We're talking about album sales, bitch. Album sales. Cardi B she's back by an engine, honey. They ready for her. Cardi better cool. Cardi. Hold on. Girl, if you watching, look, I don't even like you, bitch, and I'm rooting for you. I don't listen to your music. I don't do none of that. I can tell when somebody is baited in some shit, and you can tell that was a bait. That thing was a bait. It was a little too messy. Way too messy. But I'm going to leave it at that. Serena and Naomi Osaka. First of all, I think that story broke my heart. And I think it did because here's this young, strong newcomer, Naomi Osaka. She's Haitian and Japanese. Person of color, yes. We're here for it. These are two women on the court, and they're both phenomenal. Serena had every right to say, well, I watched it with my own 2 eyes. She was right. She said, you never say that to a man. And he penalized her for opening her mouth. They've been fucking with Serena Williams because they don't understand. I don't know if she on steroids. They don't know if she got some kind of magic hoodoo up under her bed where she put them on her tennis rackets before she come on the court. They don't know if she got some kind of chicken's foot stuffed up under her arm or her titty or something. They don't know. They're like, how the fuck is she doing it? Because that's called black girl magic. That's not something you have to sit back and figure out all the fucking time. She's good. No, correction. She's great. Serena Williams is great. And that's because she worked hard. She trained hard. And now you got this young lady who comes and she is just as ferocious and she's fiery and she's ready. And they booed that baby, but I don't think they specifically booed her. I think they booed the situation because Serena lost because of penalty points and Naomi Osaka didn't want to win like that, which I completely understand because nobody likes a win by default. People want to be able to say, I beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? I was playing Toby in checkers at the Cracker Barrel. And I was sitting there, she was good. I'm like, because she's holding her brain and shit. You know, you got to be real smart being in checkers. And she was whooping my ass. But I wanted her, if she was going to win, let her win right. Why would I want her to cheat? And I agree with Serena. I don't have to cheat. I'd rather lose. And that she did. And the support that Serena gave this sister was so sweet. And it really showed her champion, truly, because she knew that shit was wrong. Even old girl knew that shit was wrong. Everybody knew it was wrong. The whole damn world knew it was wrong. Everybody knew it was wrong. But at the same time, she won. The baby did. And she played. So really, at the same time, while the young lady won, nobody really won because That was something unnecessary. And then the Australian publisher, I think it was the Herald Sun, where they got this caricature of Serena Williams, and they drew it, and she's like this big caricature, and she's stomping on the racket on the court, and the young lady Naomi is talking to the referee, and the referee says in the cartoon, "Can you just let her win?" If that wasn't the most racist, most disgusting, most despicable thing I've ever seen, honestly, on any paper about any type of artist or any type of athlete, because it wasn't true. That absolutely wasn't true. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Me too. Fair shot at competing against her role model, which was unfair. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. She didn't get a fair shot, and she didn't want to take it like that. So you can only imagine, when you do that to one person, you are not just impacting that one person. You are impacting a body of people. You're impacting a whole group. Sometimes the interesting thing about men sometimes is that their attitudes can be, it's my way or the highway. I know several. I know a few men in my life that are like that. It's my way or the highway. When they dead set about something and they want to tell you what to do as a woman, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's not a lie. I'm not saying that. I'm not generalizing. Don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. That happens among men and women. So here it is, a woman speaking up for herself, and she's standing up for women's rights. And she says to him, "You would never do this. You would never say this if I were a woman." She's not lying. She is not lying. These are facts. How many times have different tennis matches gone down with white men on the court, and they've actually come against the umpire upset? See, they knew how to stand down when it came to their own people. But see, Black women are always considered argumentative, loud, demonstrative, evil, just everything that you can think of Black women. That's the first thing that they go think about. This is what they think about Black women. That's the part that really, it kind of drives a wedge between, I'd say, men and women. Because even at the same time, you have situations where women can be dead in. We found it a lot. We did a lot. We've done a lot. We've come a long way, and we're still going. So sometimes that is not always well received, especially for men, it seems like. Because again, here's a woman who is speaking her truth, and she's telling him, "Look, this is what you did." And the whole fucking world saw it. She didn't lie. This is not something she sat up and lied about. This was a fact. This is a fact. And she spoke her mind, and that's what it was. Here we are. But correct me if I'm wrong. Was not the energy this weekend at an all-time freaking high? Everybody was fighting. Drake made up with Meek Mill. Who the fuck knew? Everything. And honestly, I tuned completely out. I said, what the fuck is going on? If you are truly connected, you got a spiritual connection. You know what I'm talking about right now. You started, when you got that whole open source chakras all in alignment, you woke. You woke. You start to feel a whole lot of things. You start to see a whole lot of things. You start to see things differently. Like here lately, I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers: 111, 222, 333, 555, 666. And that's not the devil. You dig? I've been seeing a lot of these numbers. And I've been seeing 1122, 11111, just a number of just sequences. And I never really understood why. But sometimes it's just like sometimes it's about tuning in. And when you're tuned in, that's when you have to tune out. It was too much going on, way too much going on. Folks I was talking about this earlier. Folks got upset with me about what I said about Colin Kaepernick and Nike. It wasn't like I don't support Nike and Colin Kaepernick. I am just telling you that that's a marketing thing. That's not a lie. That's a fact. So I want this channel to be everything. We're going to talk about everything. I don't have any holds barred. We're going to play independent music on the site. I'm going to have all my licenses. We're going to do everything because that's really what it's about. I don't want this to be no stuffy ass blog where you can just come and You know, I want you to let your hair down when you come here and talk to me, because I want this to be your refuge, your space, your safe haven. So you can talk about anything that concerns you, any matters that concerns you, anything that you're feeling, whatever you feel on your heart, where you would something you know, or you just want my opinion about something. We don't even have to always agree, but I want this channel to be that, because I know it's good that's that for me. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, I cannot sit there on Facebook all day. Oh my Lord, this is what's happening. Girl, I know. No, that shit, you got to stop. You have got to unplug. Especially as Frankie is an artist. Toby is an artist. She's watching too. I'm an artist. We feel differently. We think differently. We see differently. Everything has its own set of energies, its own bout with its own energy. I got 6 minutes left, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. Actually, I got 5 minutes left because I got 30 minutes. Moral of the story for this video. Black people have come a nice way to a point where we're able to speak up and use our power collectively for the greatness and betterment of injustices. Correction, no, I didn't talk about one thing. I'm sorry, I got to go over time. We got to talk about Amber, Guyger, and Botham, Jean. First of all, she walked into an apartment that did not belong to her. I don't give a fuck how drunk I got the night of. I am walking into the right house. I don't care if you put ibuprofen in my cognac. I'm walking into the right apartment. I'm walking into the right apartment. Now, there's been times when I've seen cars that look like my car and I've walked up to that car. That's different. But bitch, your door don't look like his door. Your step don't look like his step. And now it said that he did not respond to her commands. First of all, you walked into his fucking house and you gave him a command. You weren't even supposed to be there. So I don't give a fuck what level of the law you are. You are trespassing. He does not have to adhere to anything. And why in the world would you even be there? I don't give a damn what anybody says. There is something extremely wrong with that scenario. Now, I don't think she's going to get the time that we all think she deserves, but she's not going to serve that much time. She's cooperative. She in there crying. Her mama and her daddy, if they're allowed, they in there, baby, it's going to be okay. We got the best lawyers. What happened, honey? What happened? But see, all this shit surrounding this white woman who walks into the wrong apartment, yet there's another black man dead and nobody wants to take responsibility for that shit. If that don't piss you off just a little bit to change collectively as a body of people, I don't know what is, because there's a constant reminder by white America what this is. A constant reminder by white America what this is. The police, the origin of the police, the everything that's connected to the police. Now, I'm not saying that, again, all police are this way, but let's be real. Too much of these stories, first of all, they're sensationalized. They're putting them in our face every second. Also, almost like it's the normal. Like it's a new normalcy. Like this whole thing, you have to be okay with this idea that a white woman was so distraught. The white woman is the most revered species on the fucking planet, and they will go to great lengths to protect her. Believe that. Make no mistake about it. They are going to go to great lengths to protect her. Now, that's not to suggest that she won't do some time. I think she's going to do a little bit of time, but she's cooperating. They're going to give a manslaughter. They didn't give a first-degree murder. They gave a manslaughter, 10 years maybe, and they might chop that in half. You know what I'm saying? She gonna do about 2.5 fucking years. What are you saying to me? So a brother got on my page and he said, you know, you're killing me. And I guess he must have felt like I was being negative. I am not being negative. I'm being truthful. These are the patterns that we have seen since Trayvon Martin. You got George Zimmerman out here sending threatening fucking messages to Jay-Z about his wife because he think he can. I'm sick of his ass too. See, this is the kind of culture that's being perpetuated by MAGA. Make America Great Again, those supporters, because Donald Trump is leading the way in that effort. He's telling you flat out, go out there and say whatever you want to say to those niggas and hold no bars at all. None. He's telling you. So at the same time, you have to make sure that you are completely in tune. Know that, expect that there may not be the kind of outcome that we're looking for, because we've seen it happen so many times before. You're right. They will protect her at all costs. He was a member of our sister congregation. I have no thoughts for her at this time. No, I get it. What's happening, Antoine? I totally get it. I absolutely get it, because it's fucking unfair. It's fucking unfair. A body of people to say, I see so many people with these ideologies of what Black people should do, how we should get down, what should be next, how should we roll. We got to start thinking differently. We can't always think in the form of protest, blocking the Dan Ryan, or marching down King Driver 79th against gun violence. There's the kind of violence that happens in the police force that, don't you think that radiates the message to young Black men and women that if their lives are not even mattered in the eyes of the law, what makes us think that they will see it as such? Now, we got young people out here who are not raised properly by their parents, who are actually adopted. The streets have adopted them and they've taken them under their wing in a metaphoric and literal way. You dig what I'm saying? You have to understand, I grew up in Inglewood, Chicago, so I know what that shit looks like. There's no doubt in my mind that a lot of these young people are out here thinking they don't have any hope, when in fact they do. They do. But if you constantly killing them off, sending every message, every time you turn around, these young people are constantly hearing the stories of, oh my God, another Black man. And now it's become common news to them. Man, another brother got shot. And how you walk in the these kids are actually figuring this shit out. So make no mistake about the youth. They're in tune. They know. They definitely know. But at the same time, if this woman gets off, you are inevitably saying to the world right now, here today, that a woman who is white can walk into a man's apartment and open fire in first-degree murder, and she is protected by the law because she's the law. So who does the law work for again? To protect and serve whom? It's kind of like human resources at your job. You think human resources works for you? No, human resources works for your company. It doesn't work for you. I mean, it got some, FMLA shit and some, you got a problem, you can go in there and talk to them about whatever you want to talk to them about, shit like that. Same with the police. That's how people see the police now, because that's what they've given us. That's what we're now believing, that this is what it is, because this is what's going on. Now, don't doubt about it. Somebody come breaking my damn house. First number I'm gonna dial is 911 because I pay taxes, not because I believe your ass gonna come. I'm gonna pick up my phone and use it, but that's about it. But I ain't gonna believe your ass gonna come roll up and through here. But that's facts. That's how the world, and that's how Black America is really starting to see the law. And you got to know that if they can't be protected by the law, they begin to take the law into their own hands. And then you will see a fucking war for real. Because what they care about, your National Guard or your threats, these boys out here, goddamn, they got same military grade guns. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. They don't give a fuck about themselves. What they care about you? Some white man come to tell them with a uniform, put down your weapon, fuck you and your weapon. That's what they're going to tell you. Straight up. But at the same time, that's what I think about that. I am preparing myself and I don't want to be pessimistic, but I do believe that lady is going to get off, or if she doesn't get off, she's going to do very minimal time. If she did do some real shit, that's because they want to make an example, or they have to actually take one for the team because they know Black delegation is going to act the damn fool. So that's all I got. That is all I have for the Everything channel. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you share this video. Please make sure you hit the bell and subscribe and get notifications for every time that I am online. There is no specific time that I'm online. I just happen to take it. You'll see a blurb, you'll see something, and I say, hey, I'm gonna wait 5 minutes live in 5, the same way I did on Facebook. It's the same kind of format we're gonna have here. So I hope y'all like my background. You'll see the album. My baby said that she's so sweet. She put it together for me. Please make sure you go to www.storydevereaux.com and @storydevereaux, that's STORIEDEVEREAUX, at IG, Twitter, and Snapchat. All right. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Make sure you share this video. I had 10 viewers today, so I'm very excited. So I was kind of thinking I wasn't gonna get nobody because I'm like, okay, I don't know if they're gonna come. So this is different. Because y'all don't like to go. Y'all, you got to push too many goddamn buttons and links. Y'all ain't going. And y'all got to please just follow me. This is gonna be great. I'm blessed for it. So make sure you tune in and tell your friends about me. I love you so much. I'm gonna end the stream. You have a very good night. Oh, and before I go, what you are listening to is something very special that's coming along your way in about a month or two. So stay tuned to that too. Bye.